Oh, really?
Yeah, I guess she taught him everything. He used to call her Ma.
Oma?
Ma.
Ma?
Yeah.
You met her?
But yeah, I met her. She was an older person, a lot older than him. And she already had a kid or two. And I remember my dad used to tell my mom, leave him alone. He'll get over it.
Oh, really?
My mom used to be feeling bad about it.
How old was he when he went
He
to the...
might have been about 16, 17.
And how old do you think she was?
She was probably in her 30s. More.
Wow, times two.
Yeah.
She looked older, I guess.
Yes,
Huh?
she did.
No, I mean Uncle Bebe.
I don't know. He didn't look that old. They call him Pee Wee because he was short. But he grew
So you
up.
fight with D, then Uncle, you always fight with D because she was the firstborn, so everybody liked him. Then Uncle Bebe, you're close, but he had a lot of girlfriends. Who's next? You?
Yeah, let's not think about me.
What were you known for in the family?
Go back to Africa.
To go back to Africa because you're an Indian.
After I was an Indian.
That you need to go back to Africa.
And my dad used to, I was little, to pick me up and sit me on the table in front of him. And, baby talked to me, and he put a band on my head, and he put me a feather like that.
So nice.
Oh, that hurt my feelings. I didn't like that he did that. So there's where my sister Dee picked it up. She'd laugh and make fun of me. You're an Indian. You don't belong here.
That was so funny. You're an Indian.
Yeah.
Get back to Africa. I was like, apparently not went to school.
She was, I was jealous of her because she was light. Her hair was light.
Who?
She was Delia. She just looked gabazo. I watched her. Yeah. So.
Were you a party goer when you were a teenager?
Was I a party girl? Yes, I was.
But I think all of the girls were, no?
All my sisters. Georgia was the only one that wasn't.
Oh, Georgia was the good girl, huh?
Yeah. She's a good girl. Mean though.
Mean good girl.
She was like
your grandma?
Like my grandma.
From your dad's side.
No. Yeah, but like she was like wanted to be the mother in the house, mother and so.
Do you remember your grandma's name from your dad's side?
Ramona.
Ramona. And then your grandpa on your dad's side?
On my dad's side? On my dad was Austin.
Austin.
His name was Austin.
And then your dad is
William
Wilbur. And then your mom's name is
Grace.
And then your grandma from your mom's side
was Jessie. Jesusita.
Jesusita. She speak English or Spanish only?
They spoke Spanish more.
Jesusita. And what was your mom's maiden name?
Aguirre.
And then Jesusita is married to, what's your grandpa's name? Do you remember? Luis Aguirre.
And then I think she had other children.
She did?
But I don't remember too much of that side.
Oh, okay.
Was Manuel, his name was Manuel something, I don't know.
You never got close to your cousin on that side? No?
Oh, my mother's side of the family, big family. Big.
Aguirre?
Yeah, over they made their headquarters over there in, I can't remember the name.
Arizona?
Whittier. They were born in
Whittier.
Whittier, California, and then all that area up that way. dad's side was over there in Arizona, Tucson.
Tom was able to find a lot of stories about your dad's side.
My dad's side.
Yeah.
Big.
It's a big. I think his lineage go all the way to George Washington.
Wow.
Yeah.
Actually, my aunt wrote my father's sister, Eva. They used to call her Bonnie. They didn't get along. She wrote a book.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen it?
I've seen it, and we were able to find that as well. But the book, we don't know exactly. Now, I was telling Tom we should go to Tucson and visit your ranch.
Oh, everything sold. She sold everything.
I think the ranch itself was donated as a
Bird
sanctuary. Yeah.
Bird watchers.
So yeah, because she wasn't able to take care of it anymore. So after you, who's next?
After me?
Yeah.
Let me think. Nomi.
Nomi. So what was the story about Nomi?
Oh, Nomi. I don't remember too much. She was so cute when she was young. She was very light complected. She looked gabacha. And she dyed her hair red. When she was going to junior high. And she looked so cute. So pretty. And I don't remember too much about it. She just dated Ray. One boyfriend fell in love. You know. No.
And she told me, I think it was her. It's like, all I know is that once I finish high school, I just want to get married.
Yeah.
It's
she
like,
did. She was young, 17.
I said, that's all I wanted to do. I would just want to get married.
It's weird, huh?
I'm like 17. I wasn't even thinking about that. And then after Nomi,
Georgia,
the mom, the mom junior
district.
district.
She was cute too. She had a pretty shape. She was very shapely.
Oh, very sexy, huh?
Very pretty.
Well, I couldn't
But
imagine.
She didn't date too much. But she had admirers, and then she had a white guy that liked her. She never went out with him. And then there was another one, but this was later in church. His name was, I forgot his name. He fell in love with her and he loved her. He wouldn't date her. He wouldn't ask her. He was afraid of her.
Oh.
But she was too quiet, too serious.
Oh, she was quiet. Because I've known only Auntie Georgia is like sarcastically joking.
No, she was quiet.
She was a quiet one.
Mm-hmm.
Was she strict with you though? Because he said
with me. No. She just wanted to argue with me. She's jealous of me, I guess.
But your mom loved her probably because she's always helping out.
My mother was for all of us. She loved us all.
Then after Georgia
came Harry.
Uncle Harry.
No, Margot.
Auntie.
Margot the rebel.
So Auntie Naomi has the one with a lot of freckles, huh?
Oh yeah, a lot of freckles.
And the favorite of your grandma.
We used to call her Pecosa.
Pecosa.
But very cute. She was very cute.
And then, so she was the one that your grandma from your...
My mom's side.
And you're like, what about me? How about she never took the other siblings? No?
Just Nomi the Pecosa. And Nomi had a habit of when she cried, she'd scream at the top of her lungs like a siren. Like a siren. Yeah. And so when we took her to school, my mother took her to school to start her off. I heard her down the hall. I heard her screaming. She wouldn't stay there.
That's funny. Oh. And then when Margot is the rebel. Auntie Margot.
She still is a rebel.
Yeah.
Yeah, but very pretty. Just, well, she's pretty. She let her hair get gray. You seen her?
Mm-hmm.
She looks nice. I like it. Yeah. Oh yeah. She just went her way. Wanted to do what she was gonna do, and that's it.
Did she get a beating from Dad? No.
No, I think Dad was gone by now. I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When she was in her rebellious teenage life, your dad already passed away.
And then Nomi, and then Jerry came after Margot. Jerry was good. She was good, but she was always like that with Margot, and Margot influenced her. And no, she was a good girl.
Didn't give you any troubles. Never fought with you, and
no.
It's just you and Delia that would fight.
Yeah, but Margot and Jerry, they were close to me.
Okay.
I'm gonna be like you.
Oh, really?
Margot would say, "I'm gonna be like you." Why? Why? I just want to. She wanted to wear makeup and things like that. No. Why? Why? Full of questions all the time.
Auntie Margot? Oh, that's so cute.
Why? Why can't I do that? Why? And she still says.
Really?
She's still the same thing. If you tell her about the Lord and things like that, she'll come out with questions all the time. She reads a Talmud. Is it Talmud?
Talmud.
Bible, Jewish Bible.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you heard of it? So she thinks she's all right because she reads the Talmud. It's the Bible, the Jewish Bible. Never got her out of it. She was very rebellious. But very pretty. She was so pretty.
I guess all the girls are all pretty.
Well, yeah.
You were very pretty. I mean...
I didn't think I was as pretty, though.
No, you look really good. Your picture is right there. Your young picture, man. It's like a model.
Wow.
But then I guess it's just so hard when you're surrounded with also pretty women, you know?
Yeah. They were all nice and pretty.
So... At least Margot and Auntie Margot, they don't fight.
Not that I know of, no.
They don't fight with Naomi?
No.
No? Oh, that's good.
Well, Jerry, now, later on in years, she couldn't get along with Naomi because Naomi was trying to tell her what to do as far as Christianity, but Naomi wouldn't even go to church, and she was trying to tell her.
Okay. How about Billy? Billy's the last one, right?
Billy, don't know much about Billy. He's been gone a long time. My mother, I remember.
You had twins.
Yeah, I remember the last some words my mother said towards the end when she's about to go. She said it in Spanish. Cuídenme a Billy. Take care of Billy. He's little, still young.
How old was he when she passed away?
He was a teenager, or going to be a teenager.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She was good with Harry. Harry's much like my mom.
Oh, really?
And Naomi always said that she was like my mom. And Jerry says, huh. She goes like that. You're far from it. It says Harry's the one who was like my mother.
In what way?
In his ways, as far as he wouldn't hold grudges against anybody.
He would never.
You would hardly ever see him get mad at anybody.
Mm-hmm.
He was more passive,
calm.
Calm. Yeah. He's a good kid.
He was a good kid.
Mm-hmm.
So your mom, Ramona, right?
No, my grandma, my dad's mother's name was Ramona.
Your mom is Grace.
Grace. That's why they named my brother Robert's kid, little girl who
Gracie.
Gracie.
So what was she like?
Who, my mom? Very quiet,
Oh, quiet.
Very quiet to
Not
herself.
buying it.
Huh?
Not buying it.
My mom?
Oh, that's cute.
I'm like, you're not even there.
He's been here and gone, Hutton.
You're not even there.
I'm listening.
So your mom was quiet.
She didn't get in with anybody. She didn't go to any house parties or crazy drinking parties that her other side of the family did, because they used to hold parties all out. Never. She stayed home. She was a good Christian woman.
Oh, she's a Christian?
And I would ask her, aren't you going to go? What am I going to do there? I don't belong there. And we used to feel bad because we thought she was too good. Just like Jason thinks today that Christians think they're too good. They are. Compared to a lot of my side of the family, they had a lot of parties.
Did you used to go?
I went to one house party in Rosemead. My cousin Gloria, she was always giving parties, having parties, because her husband liked drinking. Yeah, I went there.
You were still a Christian? You were a Christian then? No, not yet. It was too much, even though you were not a Christian then.
I wasn't a Christian then. Crazy life.
Oh,
I
really?
don't remember that.
Wait, they were drinking, drugs, whatever?
Just drinking. They used to drink. There wasn't much drugs, but a lot of drinking. On that side.
On that side.
My mother's sister's kids.
Are partiers, party drinkers. How about your dad? Like, what was your dad like?
My dad wouldn't talk too much, but once you get him started, you wouldn't stop him. He'd talk about the ranch, and we didn't understand nothing about it. He'd talk about his sister that didn't like him. Things like that. They never got along.
Yeah.
Never. She was the oldest. She was sent from the ranch, which studied law, and I remember her very well. She didn't like my dad, even when he was born. Send him back. I don't want him. I don't want him. But she was so close with her dad. She ran the ranch. She couldn't handle it later on. She sold everything.
Yeah, but she took care of it when she was younger.
Well, yeah,
she ran it down to the ground.
She couldn't handle it because there was too many wild horses that needed to be trained, and then feeding the animals and whatever. And my dad was the one that used to do a lot of that hard work. And
but she doesn't want him, so
no.
And she used to steal the feed.
What?
She used to steal the feed from the neighbors.
Everything. She was a little thief.
But the thing is that your side of the family, the Wilbur, so your aunt got messed up with the law. Then you have like a ancestor too, like the doctor. It's like
I remember the ranch. I remember when I was growing up, and I saw my dad taming a horse. We went to visit the ranch, and what do you call it when the horse is wild and
Bronco Buster.
Yeah, and I saw him when he tamed him. I was sitting on the fence watching him, and then the horse almost dragged him, but he wrapped him around the tree.
You should watch one. I showed it to Tom, and he's a minister, but he's also a horse whisperer. And he was trying to explain the love of the Father by breaking a horse, like training him. And the way, and he was saying is like the problem with a lot of people that try to like tame a horse is they force it. Like for him, no, he just the horse that he was taming is like already old. I mean, if she was never been ridden, never. And within a day, like within like few 30 minutes, he was able to ride it.
It was beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He ran. The horse fell in love with him.
Wow.
Right there on the stage.
Yeah.
And the horse would be like that to him.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he was explaining the love of God, using the horse as an example.
Wow.
I'm gonna show it to you later.
Yeah,
So
as he's breaking the horse, he's talking to the people.
yeah, yeah, it's so beautiful. That was a beautiful story. And then, so your dad loves the ranch.
He loved the ranch because he put a lot of work in it. He saw how my grandmother, his mother, when she was young, suffered because the father, my father's, which is our grandfather, right, was a hard man. He was very hard. And so my aunt that didn't like my dad, was Bonnie, Eva, she was like that with her dad. She did everything that dad. She used her to control and work with other ranch hands. They saw her as the boss.
Because your dad is more like quiet and so.
Well, quiet and this is he didn't care much conversation with us anyway. But he.
But you said like once he starts talking, he will talk.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And then
but he'll talk about the ranch, and we didn't know nothing about the ranch.
He didn't plan to get another ranch for himself?
Never. I don't know if he did or
in
not.
LA?
No.
Harry always says that there was another ranch that belonged to us in Mexico. I says, where did you hear that? He says, yeah. I said,
Even though.
I never heard of it. I never heard of it.
What was your memorable conversation with your dad?
There wasn't much.
Oh wow.
Too quiet. In fact, because we're quiet in a sense, we're not talkative people. I'm talking a lot more than I've ever talked.
That's because of Dad.
Yeah, we're quiet. Just my husband's mom, Elvira, she does, oh, Isaac, you married into a crazy family. Because we weren't talkative, we're quiet. Listen, just don't even talk. They don't say nothing.
So how does the Wilbur family look like on a regular day? Like you guys come home.
Like this.
Do you like?
You're crazy.
Do you do hand signals?
No. Well, even if you see us together with my sisters, we say a few things and laughing, and that's it. But we don't really carry a conversation. In fact, I told Isaac one time, I want to be like, which was our Silva, Sister Silva.
Mm-hmm.
She's like this, good talker. I want to be like her.
Mm.
We were.
Huh?
You were.
No, I wasn't. I want to be able to talk, carry a conversation like her. You want to be like that? All she does is this. She don't let nobody talk. Which is true, she didn't. But I just wanted to be like that. Because I couldn't hold a conversation.
Well, for me, the best way to hold the conversation is just ask questions about the other person and then just follow it up. You'll be a good conversationalist if you listen to their story.
I'm a good listener.
So the only thing is like just follow up the question. So if I say, oh yeah, my what I'm doing to you is like, so what did your dad say? Oh, it's like
Yeah.
how come he chose you over your did your dad say why he would give you the ring that he found or the watch that he found? Did he tell you why?
No,
No.
she's go like that. Try this on.
Mm.
And I tried it on. Oh, pretty. It was pretty. It was, but it was wasn't diamonds. They were just, I can't remember the name of them. But it was a long ring like that.
Hmm.
I lost it. I don't know what happened to it.
And then all your siblings are like so mad.
Yeah,
So when Dee would fight with you, what do you guys fight about?
clothes.
Oh, clothes.
See, she was already a teenager and she had a job. I was still going to school. And she'd buy some nice clothes, but she put them in her drawer and she didn't want me in her getting in there.
You share a room when you were kids?
We were in the same room.
Oh.
She had a drawer and she didn't want me to get near it.
And then you would.
I put on one of her real nice sweaters. And as soon as I got out of school, I ran home and put it away. Why are you in my clothes? She caught me one time.
You're naughty.
She just got me by the hair and we had it up.
Oh, you had a good fight, huh? You got a chola fight. This was already in LA.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's where you grew up, right? In LA.
Yeah, we live in LA.
Oh yeah.
Huh? Maravilla.
Mm-hmm.
We went there, right?
Maravilla Projects.
We didn't
actually-
go exactly there, but
We actually,
over there.
yeah, we actually went to pick up one of my friends, missionary friends.
They're still there, Maravilla Projects.
Yeah, but it looks like they renovated it because it doesn't look ugly. It looks like a beautiful townhouse now.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But it's called Maravilla Projects. But they changed it. They changed how it looks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's pretty. Because what they notice is that if it looks too ugly, people doesn't even care, the one who lived in there.
Mm-hmm.
So if you make the place beautiful, even though it's a low cost housing, the people actually care for it better.
It was a nice place. My mother and dad rented the place when they first opened.
Mm.
So they were all nice looking, clean and everything.
What was that?
The bread. The bread fell. And I remember you used to say that your dad would, if I remember it right, you don't have money, so you would, your way,
Huh?
the way he entertains you is